Hi students, how are you? Once again, I just would like to disturb you with a topic called organizational design in the series of lecture which we have put up for a subject called organizational behavior. See, the topic to come is organizational design. See here, what is organizational design and which are all the components this organizational design has got. So let me just give a small brief on this organizational design. See, every organization, whether it is your IT company or non-IT company, every organization requires a design. Okay, without that, I'm sure you cannot set up a corporate body. Okay, so you are setting up a corporate body which is containing human resource, which is containing production, which is containing systems, which is containing marketing, which is containing supply chain. See, all these activities are included in the corporate body. They are contained in the corporate body, right? So it is unavoidable for all of us to put up organization design. All right. So the company cannot afford to live without framework organization design. So framework organization design is very, very important for every. Say some of you sitting here in the second year BTech may evolve yourself as an entrepreneur. Not all, maybe few people may evolve into an entrepreneur, right? Or groom into a big businessman. Or already a few people came from business family. I understand. So you would have already seen your daddy's organization, how it is functioning. So these people would have got fortunate, would have been fortunate to see their father's business, right? But other people also no problem. So everyone can become an entrepreneur. The moment when the moment when you know the how to set up the design for the organization, right? See what exactly the organization, the design, and which are all the components we will discuss in this video. Okay. So here, number one is organization structure here. So what we do is four areas are important. Number one is structure, number two is delegation, and number four is departmentalization, and number four is direction. Okay, so here I just give you a small area here. So what is structure of the organization? I'll just give you. See, the structure, organization structure means what? Structure means the hierarchy of the organization, or you can say that the the structure means the pyramid of the organization. Okay, the pyramid, you know it, right? So it may come from top to bottom. Right? So the pyramid of the organization, or the structure of the organization, or the hierarchy of the organization is called organization structure. The pyramid of the organization will have top level management. Under top level management, there are uh, deputy manager or GM level or MD level. Under GM or MD level, there are functional managers. Under functional managers, there are supervisors level. Under supervisors level, there are first line workers. So this is how you will put up your organizational hierarchy. I mean your organizational pyramid. Fine. So this structure is the first component which you do as a part of framing organizational design. Okay, so here organizational structure has got, there are various types available. Okay, so I've explained very clearly in this PPT slides. One boss is here. Under one boss, there are two people are here, and under the two people again, the varieties of people are coming. Okay, so you just see this slide how is that organization framed. Okay, right. So the structures are different. Various structures are there. One is flat structure, another one is matrix structure. See, flat structure, if you have, it is like this, right? Only one person, and below one person there are accounts manager, marketing manager, operational manager, HR manager. Okay, so this is how the things will be. And under accounting manager there will be clerical cadre staff and there will be office staff. Under marketing manager there will be clerical cadre staff, there will be office staff. Okay, so the departments are only four departments. There is no increase in the department. Departments are only four departments, wherein every department head, a few people are coming under that. Accounts manager headship is one department. Under him, accounts officer will come. Under accounts officer, accounts executives will come. The clerical card staff will come. So like that, every department will be put up like this. So this is the organizational structure. Okay. So we have tall, we have flat, matrix, and pyramid. Pyramid is here top to bottom. And the visual organization structure, I think you have Amazon, the online companies, website companies. No, very, very, very well. You guys, there are companies who sell products virtually. The moment when you download their app and when you order the products, they'll get you products, right? They'll get you products maybe within 3 days or within 2 days or within 1 week, 1 week. So these companies have got the structure called virtual organization structure because they don't have office in place and only the computer is their office. Boundaryless organization structure. That means it's like boundaryless organization structure is companies like Jack Ma, companies like what is that? Alibaba. Alibaba is a company. So company has got branches all over the world. You have a company called Apple. Company Apple has got offices in almost all over the world. No? More than 60 countries. Apple has got its offices. Boundaryless organization structure. Okay, so like that, various types of organization structures are available. First one I've taken is called tall structure. Here it's a very routine process. You can otherwise call it as government structure, bureaucratic structure. How is government functioning, right? There is a president, under vice president, HR, finance, and systems will work, and everybody will come there. These are tall organizations. It's also called as government setup. And flat organization structure, just now I explained to you. Okay. Now, when you see the graph, you will see. Okay. See, there are functional heads will be there. See, flat organization structure, there are functional heads. I mean, the heads are appointed based on function. Here, in this tall organization, there is a difference is heads are appointed not based on function, based on norms, right? So there is a customer service, accounts, so there is based on norms only the tall organization structure can be put out. For example, you have a department called postal department. Do you ever say that the postal department heads are functioning based on function? No. There is a postmaster, and the postmaster there is a manager, and the manager under manager, there are head clerk, and under head clerk there are clerical staffs are there. So they are not grouped based on function. The head clerk remains responsible for the entire activities of the particular postal office. Similarly, the postmaster of the particular branch, he remains responsible for the whole branch operations. So it is not that he will do only this work. And when the other work comes, he can't say that it is nothing to do with my job. He cannot say. So tall organization is also called as government organization. Flat is not like that. See here in the flat, the operational heads are appointed. I mean, the heads are appointed based on function. The chief operating officer, finance will say that I have nothing to do with marketing at all. Chief medical officer will say that I have nothing to do with finance department at all. It's not my job. Finance department is not my job. Similarly, finance officer will say that marketing is not my job. So the heads are appointed based on the function, that is class structure. Okay. What is called matrix structure? See, matrix structure means we'll put up one department, okay, and that department will create another department. So, I mean, the one department will create other department. Okay. So, and other department will create another department. So, the departments are created. What is that? This matrix organization is purely a departmentalization process, right? So, marketing, finance. If you take one company, which are the functions are there? You have marketing, you have finance, you have HR, you have production, you have IT, you have law. So these are the departments, right? So under these departments, suppose you have 5 departments inside your company, inside your organization. These 5 departments will create another 5 departments. This is a matrix organization structure will work, right? So let me show you the example here. See, you just see production department. Under production department, there are 4 productional SBUs. We call it as SBUs. That is, strategic business units. We call it as centers. Okay. So the production department itself will create 4 different centers. These 4 different centers will start working based on instruction from the production department. So for every center under production department by itself is a separate center, a separate department. See here you say that under marketing there are 4 different marketing departments created. These 4 departments will work under the instruction of marketing head. So marketing is a one department. Under the headship of marketing department, 4 more departments are created. See, please make it a difference here. Whereas in the flat structure, only the departments are created. These department heads will look into the operation. That's all. That is finished. When you come to matrix organization structure, one department will create 4 or 5 sub departments. We call it the sub departments based on the requirements. Say, for example, production department has got more requirements. It may come out not only 4, it may come out 5, it may come out 6, whichever number production department wants. Like that for finance, like that for personal, like that for IT system. IT you have that's a separate department. Under IT department there are 4 or 5 centers will be created. See, the same matrix organization structure is being followed in popular IT companies for that matter. I can tell you. So you can take companies like Capgemini, companies like Infosys, they have got matrix organization because see they have got different departments based on the project. Okay, so the departments are created based on the project. Okay, so under .NET there are 4 or 5 departments. .NET project, if it comes to, I mean .NET platform, the project comes from the client, and they create 4 or 5 departments. Or under Python platform, if a project comes from the client, immediately the company will have 4 or 5 departments. So the departments are being created by the IT companies not based on the function, based on the requirement. Okay, so and the conventional structure is this: production, operation, finance, IT, law. These are conventional structures. Now the new structure, modern companies, new age companies are going in for matrix organization structure only. Here, I mean, one department will come up with multiple centers or multiple sub-departments based on the requirements. Okay, I think I have made the point very clear, right? Okay, so having explained this point, I just go for the other one. Okay, so this is called as the organization status. Like you can go for pyramid stuff. Pyramid, no? I think you know the pyramid. How should a pyramid be? I would need to explain further on this here. And organization structure is one important factor which you have to keep in mind while you draft your organization design. Okay. And next one is called the delegation of authority. See, the delegation of authority over here is very, very important because You always should ensure the right person for the right role. Say a guy who is good enough in IT stuff, he should not be asked to work for marketing. Will it not become irrelevant if an IT guy is asked to work for marketing? Will it not become irrelevant if marketing guy is asked to work for developing a software product? If you ask like that, will it not become irrelevant? Yes. So delegation, assigning the authority and responsibility to the right person. That is called as delegation. That is also a part of organization design. So the only one principle you should keep in mind if you do delegation, you have to assign responsibility and delegate authority. So both will have to take place under the head delegation. So the word delegation will denote two activities. One is assigning responsibility and another one is delegating authority. Without delegating authority, if you simply assign responsibility, the fellow cannot do the job because he can fulfill the responsibility only with certain powers. Only then he can make his subordinates work. If he does not have power, he cannot make his subordinates work and complete the task which is being assigned by his heads. So, delegation of authority and assigning of responsibility should be taken place inside the organization simultaneously. That's important. I would say that it's a primal requirement of any person who wants to set up an organization design. And third one is departmentalization. I mean, you need to compartmentalize the activities based on the requirement. Suppose you, you say that one department has got one company has got four departments: marketing, finance, HR, systems. The another company may have 10 departments. You can ask me a question, sir, why this company has got 10 departments? Why this company has got 14? It's not like that. Based on the requirement, you can come up even 20 departments. You take companies like uh, Capgemini, companies like HCL. It has got operations. It spreads its wings across the country, right? So they deal in multiple products. Companies like CTS, they deal in multiple products. So they cannot function only with marketing, finance, HR, and sales. So they need to compartmentalize their mix of activities, their bundle of activities into different departments based on the project they can come out, and based on the functions they can come out, based on the software product they develop, they can compartmentalize their activities and they can come up with a department. You can't say that HCL has got four departments, so Capgemini also should have four departments. Bluntly, you can't say like that. HCL has got five departments, Infosys has got 10 departments. So why then Infosys has got 10 departments when HCL has got only four? You cannot say like that. It's purely based on the project exposures and their requirements and their amount of functions. Okay. Coming to the last one called direction. See, direction is a what is called direction. Direction means giving information, giving instructions, not information, I'm sorry, giving instruction to your subordinates for want of fulfilling your vision. See, being a head, you got vision, correct? Your vision has got to be fulfilled, has got to be achieved. To achieve the vision, you give instructions to your subordinates, the people who are working under you, you give instructions and ask them to work for want of achieving the vision. So direction is nothing but giving instruction to the subordinates for want of achieving the vision. That's all. So the main thing is this: see, the way how you set your direction, the way how you compartmentalize the activities you deal in, the way how you assign responsibility and delegate authority, and the way how you framework the number of people who are working inside the organization, the way how you framework, that's what we call the structure. All these four together, we call it as organization design. So it's pure strategic task. It's not that easy. See, I mean, everything is easier said than done. You already know very clear. So when you come to practice it, you really understand how much difficulties it is. Because finding the right person to assign responsibility and delegate authority, there comes you will find hundreds of problems, right? And again, when you want to structure the organization, there is one guy who may do something against you. Noticing this guy's fraudness, this guy's fraud, and branding him as he is a fraudster may take 2 years or 3 years. In the meantime, he would have ruined the entire wealth of the company. So, I'm sure I'm telling you that structuring the organization hierarchy, delegating the authority, and assigning responsibility, compartmentalizing the activities, giving instruction to the subordinates are the difficult tasks and you need to go through that. As a successful manager, you will be very good enough in organization design also, right? So I ask you, humbly ask you to go through the slides and get benefit. Thank you very much.